junkyard javelin a little bit today. We're going to try to do a little bit of body work to it. I mean, I'm not going to mess with the doors or anything like that, but I don't know. I've been talked into trying to straighten out some of the front end on this, because originally we're just going to keep it all kind of crashed up front, but if I'm going to spend the money to get a fiberglass fender and everything, then keep the Frankenhood on it, may as well try to make the front end look a little bit better. So that's what's on the agenda for today. Whether we can get anything straightened out or not, I don't know. But this bumper's pretty messed up. So it's bowed in right there a little bit. Dents there, dents over there. It hasn't split down the middle yet though. But I mean, I'm not going to try to get it perfect. And more than likely I'll mess this chrome up trying to get it straightened out. But with that being said, we'll just get the metallic green and paint it like we did the AMX and make it orange, or not orange, but we'll make it green, and probably build another chin spoiler. But anyways, that's what we're going to try to do, and I gotta try to fix this. I've got a fender extension, so get this fixed up a little bit, get the bumper fixed up, and a few other pieces of front metal that's all messed up, and go from there. Gonna have to heat her up. Well, after beating on it here for a while, she's starting to come out a little bit, but this part's gonna be kind of tough. But she's slowly getting there, so I'll keep on keeping on and try to get some of this stuff straightened out some. And like I said, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do about this part. I could hook it to the gremlin and try to pull it out, but we'll see. Well, I will say for the 30 minutes that I messed with this bumper, I got it pretty straight. Anyway, since it's really difficult to try to straighten a bumper and videotape at the same time, I'll just try to give you guys a sit rep of what I did here. So this part here was really caked in, or creased in, as you know, we saw in the beginning. So I had to heat that, kind of got it straightened out. Well, the biggest problem was this was bent in right here, and it was kind of holding up progress of getting all the kinks out of right here in this curve. It's got to go in a little bit more to match with that side, but it's really not that bad. It kind of, let's see, it kind of bows out right here, so that part's got to go in. But and I got to straighten some of that out. But anyways, all in all, it's pretty good. I got to smash that down a little bit more, and kind of just this lip here I got to get down some more. But so yeah, heating that until it was red hot, heating this, and then I stuck a 2x4 between the crank pulley and this. Took this bracket all off, and I actually just kind of he-manned it, shoved it in with my shoulder and stuff, and actually this thing just kind of gave, and that just instantaneously just straightened out. But it's still pretty hot. And then I was able to take my metal dolly here and hammer and work around this this area here, because this was actually all pushed out, so I got that pretty good. But all in all, it's, you can see that bow now, but all in all, get that bow out of there, give that a straightening there. I think it's pretty good. I think this part here, I haven't worked on it much. It is bent right here. It's got to twist out. So I'm going to work on the fender next, so I can get the extension on there and put the extension on the fender, put the fender in, and then we'll be able to tell how out of whack this one is. But yeah, I was going to probably just throw this bumper away, but I'm kind of glad that I utilized it and worked on it some. Really the biggest reason I'm even working on it this hard is because guy ran across my YouTube video here in town, and he's got a 69 identical green javelin that he's had since new, and then he has kind of a parts javelin, and he doesn't have a fender though, of course, but his parts javelin has a cross V8 cross member and tie rods and all that kind of stuff, so he's gonna bring those out to me. I actually traded him for the piece of hood trim off of the green hood. As I've mentioned before, apparently those are really hard to come by, because I sold the one off my AMX for quite a bit of money. This one here in the Frankenhood I just made out of a piece of aluminum. But anyways, I traded him that, and he's going to basically bring me a whole engine cradle. So yeah, we're going to start working on it hard. I know that we've probably decided an LS turbo, but you know, I haven't really 100% figured out what I'm going to do with this car yet. I mean, I still have another 401, even though that one's junk. I mean, there's still another 401, but you know, I got that 360p code, so I haven't entirely decided if we're going to try to make this a Bonneville car or not, or if I'm going to try to get a title for it. So if I get a title for it, I might just put it together back AMC and go from there. But more than likely it's going to get the LS motor put in it regardless, because I probably won't be able to get a title for it very easily, and even if I did, it has no interior and it needs just a lot of work. But anyways, I'll quit rambling on, and we'll get this fender going. Alright, well, the inside of this fender isn't very happy, especially that sharp crease right there, but I gotta get what's remaining of the old fender extension off of there. There's chunks of it still stuck on it. But anyways, I gotta get the headlight bezel out, that off, and it looks like this is bent. So fender's gonna need some love. Alright, so here's the damage. It's creased in there, buckled in there, bent there, you know, twisted there. But I just want to get good enough to get a fender extension on there where it's square, not all wonky and messed up. So it's not going to be perfect, but we'll get after here with some body work tools, hammer, and some dollies, and see if we can't get her straightened up. Well, it's not the greatest job ever, but came out pretty good. And this isn't the greatest fender extension I have. It's what I'm going to use on this car. So anyways, you know, we judged the gap on the AMX, which that bumper's not exactly straight, but the passenger side's pretty good on it. You know, we got about 1/2 inch to, I don't know, maybe 3/4. I think I'm pretty sure those dip down a little bit anyways, but anyways, it's always been pretty straight on that side, so we're going to try to shoot for the same thing, maybe. I don't know that this bumper's going to work that way, but and then that there is obviously pretty twisted. I know on the AMX it's pretty straight and flush, so we got a little work to do yet on this. Alright, well anyways, got the grill and some stuff put on here, still trying to get everything sort of straight, but It's kind of where I'm at right now. Everything's still a little bent, but we're getting it worked out, so I'll bring it back when I get some more stuff here bolted up. Alright, for the meantime, I got all these straightened out, and I got some nylon little bushings under here, and I've removed one of them but this one. You can see that. The grill's actually, well, not the bottom, the top of the grill's in really good, support condition here. There are a couple of rivets in that thing. And like I said, we're missing all the fender and all its glory over here, so it's really hard to 100% adjust this bumper. But, for what it is, oh, and I threw a rivet on that thing just to kind of keep it from spreading open so much when I tightened it down, but threw some black, semi-black gloss paint on this just to get rid of that orange. And dug up what little parts were still laying in this car. So it's not exact. Of course, it's missing the bottom part of that, but bumper's getting pretty close. I got to basically lift the back of it up, and then that'll bring the bumper out forward and tilt that end up some. And with all that said and done, I would say the bumper's 100% better than it was. But I'll keep poking along here and try to get her looking real good and bring it back. Alright, well, that's a wrap for today. I got the bumper on there the best I could. It's pretty good. I mean, I try to find a picture before and after, but that thing was actually bent out like that, and twisted. I mean, somebody hooked a chain to it or something and just yanked it out. But it's definitely a lot better. Obviously, with the black you can see all the little wrinkles and dents, but that's okay. And then you can also see that the Franken hood is by no means a perfect hood for that grill, but we'll make it work. That hood needs, actually, the nose needs to be tweaked upwards. It always worked okay on the AMX because AMX doesn't have the top of the grill. But javelin's kind of a complete grill, so I will have to do some work on the Franken hood. But now I've painted, you don't really want to paint chrome bumpers because first off they pill and chip and all that stuff, but believe it or not, whether you care or not, the AMX bumper was chrome at one time, and there's actually a good process of painting these bumpers, and I've never re-added any kind of paint to it. It's got some chips from hitting stuff, but and that wasn't from rocks, that was actually from me hitting something. I actually dragged a header and scratched all the paint off one time and nicked this with it. So, but as far as chips, it doesn't actually get chips, and the way to do it is I just take my sander with 80 grit and really scrub down the rusty chrome and all the chrome. You figure out what color you want, you paint it that color, you put a good thick paint on it, you let it dry, and then I don't have any more, but they make that off-road stuff in a can. It's clear, you spray it on a panel and it keeps the panel from getting messed up, and it's like a big rubber thing you can peel off after it hardens or cures. You paint that over that and all the rocks will bounce off and you won't have to repaint it and mess with it. But obviously I'm not going to leave this black. I haven't painted it with that stuff. I don't have any more of it, but I just painted it black because that's what I had on hand, and my opinion makes it look better. At least goes with the Franken hood a little better. But yeah, all in all, I mean, it's definitely got its issues. I'm missing parts and pieces, and I need a fender. Like, that's like the biggest thing I need right now on this car. Which is interesting. the fender extension, headlight bezel, the trim piece, and even the little piece I'm missing here, the little J trim, was all in this car, along with the square little signal or the square little running light and chrome piece. It's like they took everything off the fender and took the fender and left everything else in the car. So must have been a pretty sweet fender, I guess. I don't know. But we'll get a fender found for this thing here one of these days. And with the fender, you know, she'll start really looking good. I went ahead and put the hinges off of the AMX onto it to get the Frankenhood to at least stay on here. I don't have any hood hinges for it. It's definitely missing the hood hinges. So I'll have to get some hinges for it. You know, and it looks to me that the other hood was bent enough where it was scratching into the grill too at one time, but pretty happy with the grill. I'll have to find a way to attach it to the bottom piece, but before I can do any of that, I got to build a support for that and all this crap, find a fender, and then get the bumper retweaked again, and you know, get this motor pulled out. Probably the next project on this car that's actually going to happen is probably not pulling the motor out. Probably going to start working on this dashboard. I got an idea of how to make the dashboard better and at least mimic a good dashboard into this car. So, but you know, the thing about this Javelin, no matter how far I try to fix it and make it look good and make it go down the road and stuff, even if I get a title for it, it's still the junkyard Javelin. It'll never be anything different. It'll always be that. You can actually kind of see the dents in this fender from it being nose dived down. But anyways, I bought some stuff to make a spoiler, but I don't have any more time today. I'm out of time to work on it, so I'm not going to build a quick spoiler for it like I was hoping to. Just going to build another spoiler identical to that just to give it even more of an ambitious look, so I'm more ambitious to work on it. But in the meantime, that's quite a bit of work I've done to it. I think that's the most work I've done to this car since I've had it. So, and I think we're going to kind of just stick with the flat black stuff. I mean, I might paint the bumper green, but I might just keep it all flat black, even replacement fender. I'll probably just fog it flat black and then leave all the other panels that are existing the rusty green, the patina green. And we'll just keep it looking like that. We'll make it the junkyard Javelin for sure. And a couple of you reached out, said you had some glass for it. You know, I might be interested in glass, but at the same time, I might just go buy the tinted Lexan glass and just put tinted Lexan glass back in this car, because there's no back seat. No one's ever going to have to worry about rolling up these little back windows, and you know, it's got one good glass window in it, and somebody else might need that more than I need it, and I'd be just as happy as putting Lexan glass that rolls up and down, or I can take in and out of this car. So I'm good on all that stuff, and I'll never find all the interior for this car, but it does have some interior in it. I'll just have to hand make it like we did in the AMX, and I don't know, we'll probably never put a back seat in it because, you know, I don't think we ever need a back seat in it. So, alright, well anyways, I appreciate everybody watching, and if you haven't already figured it out or been on the Facebook group page, you know, we got laser cut motor mounts now. It's part of a pile of them. And so the prices are way cheaper than they used to be. And we got a couple eBay mounts up on eBay getting auctioned off for a donation to the drag strip. And, you know, just got some mock-up other motor mounts. I'm working on some other style motor mounts, and as usual, I'm still working on the small block or the small bodied AMC factory V8 cross member LS or AMC mounts. So still got that stuff going, and I'm giving away a set of laser mounts for Christmas, so you can check them out on the Facebook group page. And yep, we've worked on the Gremlin a little bit, and that'll be another video. I got bits and pieces of that, and as we get more parts for the AMX, we'll continue to work on it too. But I figured the junkyard javelin needed some love this weekend. So, all right, well, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.